What's up, cousins? Welcome back to another episode of So Primos. My name is Melvin Diaz.
And I'm Joe Romero.
And today, we are going to be discussing some true crime cases.
What song
is that?
It's like
Oh, na 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 na. What does that have to do with true crime?
Because when I think about true crime,
oh, you get happy.
I think about that song. Yeah, I think I'm at peace.
Oh, you get joyful.
Yes, I feel comfortable.
Yeah, when I think about true crime, I hear the Law and Order SVU. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun. When people say, yeah, people love true crime, man. I love true crime.
Yeah, and go ahead if you're out there watching us, So Primos and Primas. Go ahead, grab a little beverage, grab a little food, grab a little something to smoke on, lean on, and just enjoy the next hour with your So Primos.
Yes, thank you to everybody that watched the decade. The decade episodes
our
of So
decade
Primos
series where we discuss 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yes, and we're done with those decades because no one watched them.
No, maybe eventually we'll do the 2010s.
No, we will come back. There was some suggested decades like the Jurassic and like the Roman Empire. But we will come back to those. We're gonna go back to certain things, and we're gonna keep trying different things all year.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That being said, let us know what other decades you want. Let us know why you think that series didn't do as good. We're open to suggestions.
Yeah.
We're open to suggestions.
Please leave in the comments why you think the view count was so low for those episodes.
And also shout out to El Whiskilero, dude. He I linked up with him. He's from Texas, Austin, Texas. Yes. He's the gentleman So Primo that sends us whiskey.
Yes.
Still Austin whiskey. And I linked up with him on Saturday. And it was awesome, dude.
There was an episode we did way back. I think it was called Drinking Whiskey with the Primos.
Yeah.
Right? And it was Austin Still Whiskey.
Still Austin whiskey. And we drank 2 bottles and we ended up crying at the end of the episode after 2 hours. And we cut out 45 minutes.
Yeah, we got obliterated. God damn. We were supposed to just drink one or drink a little bit, sip on it, but god damn, we ended up drinking all of it and we got plastered. So thank you, Whiskey Leto. Yeah. And anytime you want to send us some, we're down.
Yes. Well, whenever you feel the kindness in your heart, you can send us a couple more bottles.
We get shy. He's so kind and generous. We don't want to be.
Awesome.
We don't want to be like, okay, what's more? And he's always like, let me know. And I'm like,
he was great, dude. I met his wonderful little baby son. He was 5. And it was awesome. And like I said, we love to meet our So Primos and Primas.
Yes.
There's nothing more that we like more than meeting you guys in real life. So if you guys are ever in LA, just let us know. This past weekend, you were out of town. You were in Iowa.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I can meet you guys for brunch. We met for brunch and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Just let us know. Just DM us on Instagram, Cousins with Soul, and we'll get it popping.
Now let's get this episode started.
Let's get it started. Are we filming? Are we black and white right now?
Not yet.
Should we? No.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
No, I'm waiting on you.
We're gonna be black and white in 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is what it felt like to be alive in 1932.
Yes, it is.
Whoa! People didn't talk like that.
You are under arrest.
No, dude.
Okay,
you would be in Mexico.
I want to be a contender. What is that? Marlon Brando. I would talk like Marlon Brando.
No, dude, you're all in Chando over here.
Marlon and Chando.
You're Marlon Chando.
How would I talk in 1930? Huh? Talk to me.
No, it'd be like a. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. You better leave me alone before you get some muffins on your top.
Señor, nomás quiero trabajo. Por favor.
That's what you talk like today.
Nomás quiero trabajo, por favor. Por favor, no me pegues, por favor.
But today's cases are actually really special. Viewer discretion is advised. Some of my cases get a little dark, and your case as well. But my priority this week was to get cases that changed the law or influenced like new laws. And I think that's like a really necessary thing. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of like what's that thing where people in construction, like they work for the city, it's like OSHA laws or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where it's just like, it's like they have like special rules where like you can't do certain things on the construction site or like on a job site, and it's like OSHA. It's called OSHA laws.
Let me see. OSHA laws. OSHA laws. Okay, let me see. It is called Cal OSHA. Yeah, literally OSHA
Yeah,
laws.
OSHA laws, yeah.
Right to a safe workplace, employer responsibilities, reporting injuries.
Exactly.
There's a list. Right to refuse work.
Yes.
Heat illness prevention, no retaliation. It is illegal for employers to retaliate against workers reporting hazards, filing complaints. There's a lot of lists, basically protecting workers, protecting people, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like every time it's not just construction. It's basically any workplace that you have. It's OSHA laws to protect the employees and the customers, and the famous quote was just like OSHA laws and the rules from OSHA, they're written in blood. Like there's a reason why those laws and rules are in place, because something happened to someone that either ended their lives or hurt them very, very badly.
Yeah.
That's why it says these rules are written in blood. And that's why I think these laws are also written in blood. And the first one that I'm going to bring up is this young 13-year-old boy, Daniel Marcombe, Australia.
Yeah.
So let me take you back to 2003.
Please.
Right? He's 13 years old. He finally, he used to beg his mom, like, I just want to take the bus by myself. I want to be more independent. I'm 13. You don't have to baby me. So his mom's like, okay. So he's waiting on a bus stop. It's getting dark. He's by himself, and he sees the bus. And he's like, oh, the bus is okay. Finally, I'm gonna get the bus and get home. The bus driver looks at him and just keeps driving, because the bus driver was running late, and he didn't want to get in trouble with his bosses. Yeah. He was running late. So the kid's like, what the fuck? Okay. 3 minutes later, dude, he gets abducted.
But by who?
By a man. 3 minutes later, he gets abducted by a gentleman named Brett Bowen, by a piece of shit named Brett Bowen, right? So immediately, forensics, now that we know what happened, forensics say he abused the 13-year-old kid, and he murdered the 13-year-old kid, and he buried the 13-year-old kid.
No, go ahead.
So just like that, literally he missed the bus. So I guess the kid was just at the bus stop, just trying to really capture his bearings and trying to figure out, like, okay, should I wait for the next bus, or should I just walk that way? Why did that bus driver look at me and he kept driving off? Like, what the heck? 3 minutes later, boom, he gets abducted. We don't know why or how he got abducted. Maybe the adult was kind of like, hey, I'll give you a ride. You know what I mean? And this kid was 13. He didn't want to get in trouble with his mom. It was getting dark. Cost him his life. Years later, they find out who did it. Like 5 years later, they find out who did it. They find the little boy's body. And Australia then passed the law where bus drivers, mandatory, they have to stop at every stop. Doesn't matter if they're running late. It doesn't matter if it's only one person or it's 20 people. They have to stop at every stop. Every stop. They have to stop at every stop. And that was a law. That was a law that Australia passed immediately once they figured out what was happening. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty admirable of Australia.
Well, dude, I mean, it's crazy that you can get in trouble for, the bus as a form of transportation, how crucial it is for so many people. Not just. It's mostly for work, especially for work.
Yeah, and you were gonna say it's so crazy that they would get in trouble for being late.
Yeah,
when it's just not really up to them. It's up to like the passengers.
It's like, I'm sorry that maybe someone had to fucking take their kids to school.
They have a wheelchair.
Yeah, wheelchair. They're
bike.
disabled. They're older. They're elderly. Maybe they had to take their school. They had to take their children to school, and they had to go the opposite way. And now they're running late, and they're running. And the fact that they're running, you're still deciding to fucking peel out because you don't want to get in trouble.
Especially if you see that it's a child by themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget, I have a friend that's a bus driver in Inglewood. And she was like, she's a gal. She's like a little gal driving this big bus. She's good at driving the bus. But I'll never forget when I first met her, like a month into our friendship, she was just like, Melvin, give me a drink. And I was like, ooh, rough day? She was like, yeah, someone spit on me. And I was like, oh, you did have a rough day.
Yeah.
Well, sit down. I'll make you a drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, does this usually happen? She's like, yeah, people cuss at me, you know, when like, because if I don't let them on and they don't pay, they get fucking mad at me. And I was like, well, do you usually let people get on? She was like, yeah. If they're nice to me, if they speak to me like a person, if they're like, hey, I'm so sorry. I thought I had change. I thought I had the money in my pocket, but I'm literally I just need to get 5 blocks down. She's like, yeah, just don't tell anyone. Just get back in there.
Yeah.
But if they just like walk past her without paying, and she goes, excuse me, you have to pay, and they're like, man, shut your bitch ass up. That's when she was like, okay, get the fuck out of my car, my bus. And then if you, and this is before they had like that plexiglass in between.
Yeah, to defend
and
them. Yeah.
She's I don't want to call her a little girl because she's a grown woman.
Yeah.
But she's tiny.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Now the plexiglass, why is that there? Was it
mostly
pre-COVID?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was going to say if they just implemented that because of COVID.
No, it was pre-COVID, but it's not like bulletproof glass. It was like it's just plexiglass. I think it's just like it's just like a place.
Yeah, just to protect some sort of protection.
Yeah, some
sort of protection.
Some.
Because I think that's one of the most dangerous things of a bus driver. The fact that you are picking up a lot of different types of people from different backgrounds.
That's why I don't understand if they get in trouble that they're late. I'm sure they don't get in trouble for being late now, but
even the idea of someone getting in trouble for being late when if their excuse was like, hey, some kid was there and then he was running or maybe some people were running from like the end of the street.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to just leave him?
That was my thought. My thought was like, talk to the bus driver that didn't pick up the kid.
Yeah.
And ask him why he did it. And if he says, oh, it's because my boss said he was going to fire me if I was late, then talk to the boss.
Yeah.
And someone has to get penalized for this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because like the kid and the mom trusted the transportation system in their country.
Yeah.
So, and when that let them down, it was like, he was a sitting duck out there.
Yeah.
And it's like some people might say like, well, what if like the criminal abducted him before the bus got there? But no, he wouldn't have, because the kid would be like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for my bus. Who knows if the guy was like, oh, do you need a ride, buddy? Like, do you need a, and the kid was just like, oh, he was, nervous, and how kids get, how teenagers get. He's 30, he just started his teenage years. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, for sure. And it
I wonder what the punishment was if you were late. And what does that even mean? Like you're late to just get back to your final destination, or you're late to pick up the next spot, and the next spot, the next spot?
Probably like maybe getting fired, reprimanded, getting written up. I honestly don't know. When people tell me, oh yeah, I got written up, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I've always been my own boss. Yes. But you know what I mean? But
I've been written up, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
So it's like what? They just like, it's like a stain on your record?
They go on, they could take it to the office and they say like, hey, I'm gonna write you up for going against like a company policy for this specific reason, and they giving away food to bomb ass bitches, trying to get their number, and then they give you a form, and then they write down what you did wrong and they have you sign it basically, and you have to be like, yes, I did give food to females of high beauty. On
the beauty Richter scale, they were in the last 3 digits.
They were fire as fuck on the beauty Richter scale, and then you just get in trouble. And then they're like, okay, this is 1 strike, and then they give you.
So it's a strike.
It's a strike, pretty much. And then you do 2 more of the shit, you're done, pretty much. You're done, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like your job as a bus driver is to pick up people. And then you see someone need to be picked up, and you're just like, ooh, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to lose my job for kind of trying to do my job, and also I wonder what they think, like because I doubt people be late. I doubt when a bus driver isn't just sitting there and then being like, oh, let's see who comes. They're just like, okay, there's a food down the street running. Yeah, I should just wait for him. Yeah, right. They're not just like being late because they just pick
I see
everybody
that all
up.
the time. Like I see people sprinting, or like waving their arms like sporadically, exactly. And I go, when something catches your eye, you kind of stare at it for like 5-10 seconds, and I'm like, what is this food running from or running to? And it's like, oh, the bus. And then the bus, you just see the bus go,
and you hope that bus fucking slows down.
Yeah, and he stops. Yeah, like I've seen so many people when I was growing up, not so much as an adult, but when I was growing up, people miss the bus and they're just devastated. And it's just like, who knows what they need to go to, a job interview, a job, or it's just public transportation is necessary in modern civilization. It's just, but in any capacity, bro, you have to protect kids. Yeah. If you see a kid is by himself and waiting for the bus, like that's why it's so crazy. That's why when I read this, I was like, this is 2003. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like it's fucking in the 40s or 20s. Like It's Australia, 2003, and for that to happen, man. That's why the family was so adamant, and the family and the lawyers were so adamant about pressuring to make this law. And I think this law is gonna. I think it'll save lives, but also it'll make society better.
Yeah.
100%. In Australia,
100%.
Yeah.
Is there a law like this in America?
I'm sure. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There is. If buses by law, if they look at the bus stop and there's no one there, they can keep driving. But obviously, if someone's there, they'll stop. Even if it's like a homeless person, they'll stop.
What if someone's like not yet at the bus stop?
Well, that's why people like jump up and run, and then by law, like if you see, like sometimes I've seen this, or my friend told me, where it's just like, if it just so happens they look at the rearview mirror and they see someone like running and like flagging them down, they'll if they could stop right away, they will. But if they can't, they'll go like they have like a signal. They're just like, go to the next one. I'll wait for you at the next one. I'll wait for you. And she and her colleagues wait for people at the next one. Yeah. They just go the next one. Yeah. And then they stop and then
Yeah, that's good.
I've seen that.
That's good. As a former, I used to take the bus all the time, mostly to parties. Not really for anything of significance. Nothing really important.
Mostly get fucked up and get
lit and walk home in the middle of the night. You should just, nowhere important. But I think, I think those people that drive buses, bus drivers, it's one of those silent jobs that people don't really really appreciate as much.
They're critical.
Yeah, I don't think people appreciate them. I think people can just minimize those jobs and be like, you're just a bus driver, right?
And it's basically like, you know how like difficult it is to get like a truck driver's license and just driving this behemoth of a machine. Yeah. Buses are equally as big as fucking truck, like massive trucks. So it's like they're just driving this massive, just 50-ton fucking pound fucking vehicle through the city, and fucking dumbasses cutting them off left and right, and they have to stop at every stop, and it's just like, and it's necessary for all these people to get around in the city, and it's a crucial part of civilization.
It's one of those jobs that it's very silent, just in general, where it's just like it's very important, but you don't really acknowledge it as much. You just kind of like, you don't realize how important they are. Yeah. Right? You just kind of see it, but it's not like you think about doctors or fucking cops, and nowadays you think influencers are important jobs, but there should be an emphasis on how important these day-to-day and simple jobs are, like driving people around.
Shout out to all our truck drivers and our bus drivers.
Beto from PLP.
Oh yeah, shout out to Beto,
the fucking truck driver, motherfucker.
That's what's up, dude. And if you drive a bus out there, dude, just know that everyone in that city just could not live without you. Yeah, that's not even a joke. Like, they could not physically live in a city without you. Yeah. So shout out to you guys, dude. That's awesome. I love all you guys.
Yeah.
And if you ever see a kid in distress, dude, anywhere, and I know even as a man, it's kind of weird sometimes, where it's just like, you see a kid in distress and you don't want to be like, hey, you okay, kid? And then someone's like, hey, what are you talking to?
I kind of felt weird the other day because I went to the gym and then it was kind of like a hot day, and then I pulled up kind of like to the parking lot beside the gym, and I parked, and then I looked at this car next to me, and like the windows were closed, and I just saw the kid, and I was like, okay. Yeah. And I parked. I was getting my gym clothes from the back, and I looked at the side, and I just saw the kid, and then I was like, dude, this okay. So I just keep looking. I kept on looking, and all you see was a fucking kid, like a little, like 5 years old or something. And I was like, holy shit. So I fucking started walking like closer to it, and then like I saw like the girl on her phone, and she looked up, and she was like kind of like spooked by me. Yeah. And I was like, ooh. I was like, I was my bad.
One time I went to Ralph's, and if you don't know what Ralph's is, a supermarket in your state, it's called Safeway. I was at Ralph's, and this kid was kind of like crying, but he was kind of like not like crying, like he was like tearing up, and he was like nervous. He was in the fruit section, and I was just like, I was by myself. I was getting beer, and
of course,
and I was like, is this kid okay? And I look around, I don't see anyone near him. So I'm like, oh, dude, this kid's fucking lost. Yeah. I would get lost all the time as a kid at supermarkets. And I'm like, Mom, where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Especially like if you're that short, you can't see over the fruit. You can't see over the vegetables and all that. So I'm like, and I was like, I literally took a step to be like, are you okay? But I was like, okay, I'm in a white neighborhood. This little kid's white. You know what I mean? I'm like the only Latino in this neighborhood. So I'm like, okay, wait. So I just start looking around for the closest woman, just the closest lady. And boom, I see a fucking lady by the peanut section. And I was like, excuse me. And I run to her. I was like, excuse me, I just saw this kid in the fruit section. Can you come with me to fucking to make sure he's okay? I don't know. Do you know this kid? And she's like, no. And she just, props to her, she just dropped her basket. She dropped everything. She's like, where's this kid? And I was like, he's over there. He's by the lemons. And like, we see the kid. She's like, oh my God, are you okay, Betty? And I was just like, okay, I did my job.
Yeah.
Like, I know that he's in good hands now. I'm just going to stick around just in case. And I was just behind the lady. I was just like, I was like, I'm going to go get the one of the employees. I got the employees. And then boom, the mom was in her car.
Yeah. Doing what?
Putting her groceries up. So
she didn't realize her kid was gone?
I don't want to say, because no, she had two other kids.
Oh.
She had two other kids. So I didn't put blame on the mom.
Yeah.
Or anyone. I put blame on the siblings. Because they were like, hey, Mom, Randy's not here. They couldn't say that.
Yeah. Maybe it was a fucking.
They were on their
planned.
iPad.
It was. Oh, they were
They're on their iPad.
The dangers of technology.
Yeah,
that's a different conversation.
Yeah, that's different for another day. But I remember wanting to help, but I was just like, okay, I need to look at the logistics of the situation. This big 6'5" Latino man coming up to this kid that's crying.
Yeah. That's very. People will look at you and be like, hey, let go of that fucking child.
And I was, and people won't know this, but you will. I was in Silver Lake, folks. So I'm like, okay. So I immediately I was just like, where's the nearest woman?
Yeah.
The nearest female, whatever. Like, where's the nearest lady? And I'm glad that the lady was like, she just jumped into action, and then she was the sweetest person too. So I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm glad that this child is safe. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
It's those situations, bro, where it's just like they come out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
I'm literally buying beer. I'm gonna get a burrito before I head over to this fucking party. You know what I mean?
And
like,
then there's a lost child right in front of you.
Right there, bro. And like every adult's duty is to protect our children.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's one of our main responsibilities as human beings in this planet Earth is to protect the children. So if that's why when people go like, I fucking hate kids, I kind of always like side eye them. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I think they. Listen, kids are beautiful. They can be. They just can be difficult.
Can they be annoying? Yeah.
Yeah. So they're difficult. Yes.
But if they're crying by themselves in the middle of nowhere, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's different.
Yeah. How can you not be like, oh, you okay? Are you safe? Are you
safe?
like
where'd you come from, fool?
Yeah. Like, where's your parents at? Where's your mom at?
Where's your mom at? Like, where's the kid going? And, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'll never forget. I saw this one video of like this black gentleman. He was like in like the hood of like Philadelphia or something like that, and he's just like, hey guys, I'm just recording just for evidence, dude. There's a fucking baby in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Hey, and then he wasn't screaming at the baby. He was like, what are you doing, Papa? And he's like, come over here. And the baby comes and just hugs his leg.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I didn't force him to touch my leg. Like, whose baby is this? And then like people start coming out of the house, and then they found out that the baby's parents were drug addicts and stuff like that. But yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. And but that is a smart thing to do.
It is a smart thing. It's a necessary thing to do.
It's very, very necessary because sometimes you just don't know, and then like you don't want to like, especially as a grown man, like around, it's like you just want to make sure like is someone seeing like where's a woman who can help me out here?
Yeah, and I and just like before I do anything, like where's witnesses?
Yeah, because most of the time the people doing horrible shit like trafficking or stealing, kidnapping people are usually, let's be honest, usually a fucking guy.
It's usually men. Women sometimes help, but very rarely. But even if that situation that I was in, even if there was just only guys around me, I would be like, hey, everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, hey, all the men that are around me.
I want you to know that there's a
kid there. Yeah. Like, what should we do? Like, let's group together and try to find brainstorm what we can do for this.
Yeah.
And I was just so happy that I saw a woman just like in the just like 15 feet away from me, and I'm just like, excuse me. And even then, she was kind of like startled that I was like, running up to her.
Yeah.
And but it's and that's why people don't really help.
Yeah.
That's why people don't really help, because it's like even when someone finds like a deceased body that's no longer alive, what do the cops do? They question that person first.
Yeah.
Like even if it's like, even if you felt like you were doing the right thing by calling the police and being like, hey, this person's deceased, the cops, that's their job. Their job is to be like, why were you here? Do you know this person?
Yeah.
can we pat you down? What's your name? Can we see your ID?
Can you come to the station? Can we talk to you?
Can we
talk
hear?
to you?
Yeah, can we interview you like 3, 4, 5 times? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that's why people don't like to help, and that's why it reminds me of the story of the one of the lawyers that got OJ off. I don't know if you know the story. So one of them is Crockett. Isn't it Crockett? He's the black lawyer that it was his idea to do the glove. Yeah, if it don't fit, you must quit. And then he had Kim Kardashian's father, who was an Armenian lawyer.
Johnny Cochran.
So he was the black lawyer, and then you had Rob
Kardashian, yes.
Kim Kardashian's father, and then he had a third lawyer,
Robert Shapiro.
Yes.
And, the dream team of
they're literally the dream team.
Yes.
It's like if you had a basketball game and you had Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Steph Curry, as your teammates, like literally it's a dream team. But a lot of people say when they got him off, because it's kind of like the popular consensus that OJ actually did the murders. Yeah. They all suffered karma. So obviously Rob passed away right after, or a couple years after.
Yeah.
Jimmy Crockett.
Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran passed away from a brain aneurysm in his home, and the third Shapiro, the third lawyer, his son got hit by a car.
Yeah,
and he had like a brutal accident. He was laying on the street, but no one wanted to help him because no one wanted to get in trouble. So he ended up passing away. So Shapiro, the lawyer, he ended up, really pushing for a new law called the Good Samaritan Law. I don't know if you heard this, but it's just like it allows good Samaritans to help someone that's injured and needing help without getting in trouble.
To encourage prompt bystander assistance during medical emergencies to save lives, as there's generally no legal duty to assist.
Yeah.
Provides a defense against civil lawsuits for injuries that accidentally occur while providing care. Because obviously you want to help, but sometimes you don't really know what you're doing.
Imagine, so you ever hear the cases where like someone does CPR so well that it breaks their ribs?
Yes,
and it's just like it prevents them from getting sued.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like, and I saw a video of a ambulance paramedic saying like, it doesn't matter if you break their ribs. We can fix ribs. We cannot fix dead.
Yeah.
So you just fucking do whatever you need necessary to save this person's life.
Yeah.
So the Good Samaritan Law helped in that, helped in the paramedics field, helped the helped create the Good Samaritan Law.
Yeah.
And that's.
Yeah, these laws do not prevent lawsuits, but rather serve as a defense in courts.
Yes.
It's crazy though. Someone could try to sue you for trying to help, and maybe you might be breaking a rib, for example. Yeah. But did you save his life? Did you help out when nobody was there? Or maybe nobody else wanted to help? Like, why would you get blamed or be punished for trying to do something good?
And that's why people, to this day, we have these laws in place, and they still won't help because they know that some people would still sue.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know. I have another story. I don't know.
Yes, I want you to tell your stories first because I feel like your stories are all within the same theme as opposed to mine is kind of like a little bit different. Yeah. So I want you to say your stories first.
Well, this was a personal one, right?
Oh yes.
So I was dating this girl back in 2017, right?
Yes.
She lived in the hood. She lived in like the mean hood. For those that know, Crenshaw and Slauson. If you don't know, if you guys know the rapper Nipsey Hussle. He was murdered literally a 30-minute walk away from where this girl lived, right? So I used to just go over all the time. I was, I really, just having a great time. And one day I take her on a trip. We go to San Diego. I come back and there's just like cops and yellow tape all around this street. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And it was an apartment, right? So we were like, hey, we live there, and we go inside, and I take out the trash, and she's like, oh, I'll go with you. So I'm taking out the trash, and the driveway, the driveway's open. So this lady, this lady, and like 3 other ladies come, and she comes. And she's like, hey guys, do you guys know anything of what happened? And then like, kind of like the way the building is set up, it's kind of like a balcony. So like the parking is in the bottom, and then the second floor, that's where all the apartments are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like we all share they all share like a balcony and all, it's kind of like, it looked like a motel almost. And she comes in and her other neighbor was there. So she's like, guys, did you guys hear anything? And we were like, no, what happened? She was like, my mother was murdered in that apartment right there. And the window was literally, I kid you not, where the cabinets are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So 10 feet away from us. She was like, that's where my mom lived. And someone, like, men broke in and strangled her to death and robbed her. And I was like, what the fuck? And then as we were talking, more and more neighbors came out. And she starts crying, right? Obviously, the lady starts crying. And people are like consoling her. And she was just like, do you guys have any evidence, like anything that happened, right?
Yeah.
And this one of the neighbors was like, I mean, I heard screaming, but I didn't know if it was like real or anything. Yeah. And I was like, I heard that. I was like, oh shit, is this lady gonna spaz out on this labor?
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And she's like looking up. And this other neighbor's like, yeah, there was like screaming yesterday at like 11 a.m. And I just told the girl that I was with, I'm like, I think we should go. Like this is, I don't know if shit's about to go down. And she's crying. She's like, they murdered my mom. They murdered her. They strangled her. And then like everyone, I guess her friends and siblings, they were like, come on. Let's go. She was like a 50-year-old woman. So the woman that was slain was like in her 80s, 90s. And they were just like, come on. And then she's like, if you guys have any information, please just knock on the door. I'm in apartment 5. Please just let me know. And I just remember going back into her apartment and just being like, your neighbors heard screaming and they didn't fucking call the cops? Yeah. But then I was like, but I'm in the hood, dog. I'm on, you know what I mean? Like I'm in the this is South Central. So I'm like, I guess that makes sense because there's screaming and gunshots all the time. Like, but I'm like, but at 11 a.m.? And that window was like 10 feet away? And I'm like, and then I told the girl, I was just like, dude, if we were here, I probably would have called the cops, you know. But we weren't. We were in San Diego at the time, and then she ended up moving. She moved away like a couple months later. But I just remember thinking like, they won't call the cops on that shit. And there's all these, almost every law, every case that I saw that kind of influenced laws. So many were like, yeah, we heard screaming, we did this, but no one wanted to do anything. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm a huge advocate for minding my own fucking business. But
it comes to a point where
there's a point
you got to look out for your fellow neighbor.
And you have to ask yourself, like, if this was happening to one of my loved ones, wouldn't you want a stranger to fucking help?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even if I feel like my family, let's call the cops on our neighbors when they were yelling at each other, fighting. Like, because we had some neighbors before that were very abusive to each other. There was like a couple that was very toxic. We'd call the cops and a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
And that's just a fight. We would hear them over and over, and we just don't want anybody to get hurt. But it was never like screaming. Like there's a certain scream that there's a certain like primal like sound that comes out of someone who's like fearing for their life. That if you heard that and you don't call the cops,
I hope you guys never have to hear that. But when you hear that, it's like everyone, like if you're in a room with a bunch of people or like one or two other people. You kind of stop what you're doing. You kind of look at each other. And you're like, that wasn't a normal fucking scream.
Yeah.
That was not normal at all. You get what I'm saying? And like that kind of, and it's so crazy that you bring up like domestic abuse, domestic violence.
Yeah.
Because cops, when you ask like all these cops and you ask them like, what's the most dangerous calls that you can get? Is it like, mafia calls, gang calls? And their answer, you know what it is? Their answer is always, domestic calls.
Yeah.
Domestic abuse calls, when it's like about like a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, sibling.
Yeah.
Those are always so dangerous. And it's because they're so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Because there's like, there's so much love involved, and that's so unpredictable.
Yeah, so much pain, so
much pain,
a betrayal of like you
so
called the cops.
sorrow.
You called the cops.
Yeah, it's one thing if like a gang member hates a rival gang, but if it's a husband that fucking hates his wife now,
Yeah.
or a girlfriend that hates her boyfriend now, like you say, pain, sorrow, anger, jealousy. There's so many emotions involved that it makes it so unpredictable. It makes it so unpredictable, and that leads me to my other case. My other case, it's called Clare's Law. Okay, it happened in the UK, but its effect rippled into so many other countries, including America and Canada. Okay, so we start off in 2009. This woman, Claire Wood, she's in the UK, so she speaks like this, right? And she got with this guy, didn't know, she thought he was kind of like a mysterious guy. He didn't really want to like talk about his past, and she kind of fell for this guy, right? Time passes down. He just becomes incredibly abusive. He becomes violent. So she goes, no, we're done. We're done. You know what I mean? Because she was so close to her father. She's like, I know what a real man should be. You're not it, right? He stalks her. He becomes a crazy ex-boyfriend. We hear it time and time and time again, Joel. These fucking ex-boyfriends that just can't let it go. 2009 comes around. He brutally ends her life. Just like that. They end up catching him. They send him away for forever. Her father is like, why? Hey, cops, police, why didn't you guys do anything? We kept asking for help. Why didn't you guys do anything? And the father found out that the law enforcement knew that the crazy ex-boyfriend had a history of this, dude. He had a history of abusing women to the point where he did time in jail. So the police knew this. So the dad was like, why the fuck did you not let me know, my daughter know, or anyone know for that matter? And the police are like, oh, that's against the law, bro. We can't do that. That's not our job. It's against the law. So he goes, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to make it my life mission to make it not the law. 5 years later, in 2014, this fucking new law comes out, Clare's Law, where it allows police officers to let victims know, hey, just so you know, your husband, he was in jail from 2007, 2010 because he beat on his ex-girlfriend. It allowed police officer and law enforcement to let them know. It allowed if let's say your loved one was getting abused on, it allowed you to go to the police station and be like, hey, can I look up so-and-so's name just to see if he has any history of this? And the cops can go, oh yeah, so-and-so. He was arrested in 2004 for beating up his wife.
Yeah.
And he did 2 years. It allowed that to happen, which I thought it's common sense now. We talked about it before the podcast. Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's so crazy how this is so recent.
And that's
it's like 2014.
Exactly. And that's why I said, like, these laws are written in blood.
Yeah.
Like, to us, it's common sense. Like, it's like if we see a video of a construction site and this construction worker's in a hole and he keeps digging in the hole by himself with no nothing. It's common sense to be like, he shouldn't be in that hole. Like,
yeah,
we could use like a crane. But there's a reason why that law exists, because how many workers died that way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many workers perished that way? And this Claire's Law, to me, it's common sense, but Claire had to lose her life, and her father had to fight for 5 fucking years for it to be an actual law, bro.
Yeah, because this happened, like you said, in 2009.
Yeah, so she was murdered in 2009, and this law just got implemented in 2014, I believe.
Which is crazy.
5 years,
that is so recent.
Yeah, it's
so fucking recent.
We had just graduated high school.
That is so goddamn recent. Like I said, it feels like. Why would you deny that kind of information?
Didn't I say like earlier in the podcast? I was like, I wouldn't understand, but I kind of would understand if this happened in 1910.
Yeah.
or 1920.
Yeah.
But dog, we're talking about 2014, bro.
It's
People
like-
had iPhone.
Yeah,
we were
it's
like an iPhone 7.
Yeah, it's like, why would you prevent people from accessing this information that can possibly save themselves or any future partners?
Yeah, and then I saw an interview with the father, and they're like, "How do you feel now that the law was implemented?" He was like, it was just really heartbreaking. At the beginning, he was like, "Well, I still remember. Sometimes I can't sleep because I remember the moment the cop came up to my doorstep, and he was just like, 'You don't deserve this, but we found your daughter's body.'"
Yeah.
And he's like, "But that being said, like, I know that this new law is going to save so many lives. It's going to save so much pain, and I really implore everyone out there, all the young kids, old people, just look up the information, look it up, and just give it a good." And he's like, "Give it a good estimated guess.
Yeah.
Just use your judgment."
Yeah.
Like if you look up someone and you look it up and it's just like, "Oh yeah, they were in jail for beating the shit out of someone, of their partner back in 2009." And he was like, "Just use your discretion."
Yeah.
And he's like the nicest, old man. And I was really heartbroken over that. But he changed the world, low key. Him and his daughter changed the world.
It is crazy because like I don't want to sound blasphemous.
Oh, because America and Canada implemented similar things to this.
Yeah. I don't want to sound blasphemous, and blasphemous means going against like a biblical shit, right? But it reminds me. It's almost like very biblical how like someone literally has to die to save a bunch of people. Yeah. In this situation, someone has to go through something horrible. They lose their life. A family has to go through something incredibly traumatic where they lose a loved one to create change, or a whole new generation of people can benefit from that change.
Yeah, I know.
But it requires extreme pain and extreme loss on someone's behalf.
I know, and it's like the main theme of these cases, besides that, true crime that changed laws and influenced laws, the main theme is that the family member of the victims just showed tremendous courage and perseverance, and they were like, and their main goal, they were like, we lost our loved one, we can't change that, but if we could just save one more life, like that's so powerful and so incredible. And it's like, it's just it's remarkable, truly, their courage to do this.
It's like heroic.
They could just shrivel up and just die. They could just move and into like just really never see the light of day again. But they were like, "You know what, dude? I'm gonna fucking make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else. Strangers, people that they don't know, but they're like, I want to make sure that this never happens to anyone else."
Yeah, it's crazy when when that happens to somebody. If they were to go away and disappear and just be like, "I've been pain, I don't want to deal with anything," no one will blame them.
No one would blame them. No one.
But they choose to still use that pain for
and
good.
no one's asking them to. They're like, "Hey, can you use this to make a new law?"
But
no, they're just
within that pain. They think about other people. They think about the whole world.
And that's so beautiful, and that's why I think empathy is so vital, dude. Empathy. If honestly, bro, if a person doesn't have empathy, bro, I do not want to fuck with you, dog. Like, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be around you. Like, empathy is so vital, where it's like life is gonna kick you in the nuts. Life is gonna fucking knock you down. Everyone in this world is gonna experience it, regardless of religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation,
financial
gender,
status.
It's gonna kick you. It's gonna kick you it's gonna knock you down. But you just have two choices, dude. That's how simple it is. You have two choices. It's not that complicated. You have two choices. You can be like, life did this to me, so I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm gonna do what life did to me to everyone else.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Or you can say, life did this to me. I'm gonna do my fucking best to not allow anyone else to go through what I went through. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think now more than ever, empathy is more crucial and more important.
Yeah,
especially now,
more, so
the world, the country's kind of like split in fucking half and thirds, and even more. I feel like sometimes like people are on opposite sides of everything, and I feel like if we just try to understand each other's pain and other people's pain and what they're going through, we can be and just treat everybody else like humans.
Yeah.
No matter where you come from, you're just. For me, I'm like, bro, wherever you are in the world, you're just me born in another spot, bro.
Dude, literally, bro.
You're just me born somewhere else.
I saw somewhere, bro. I read somewhere where it's like this black gentleman was dating a white woman, and someone in the comments was being racist, and they were like, why would she date him? And like some page that has like 0 followers and no profile picture, they were like, hey bro, we all come the same color, baby. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's a better way to say it. That's a better way.
I was like, oh shit.
We all busting that same
Yeah,
number, man.
hey, bro, we all come the same color, baby.
Dude, we all
Every man on planet Earth comes the same color,
the same
baby.
fucking color, man.
And I just liked it. I was like, oh yeah, that's really good.
unless there's an anomaly,
Yeah, unless you're bleeding or you have genital warts. things
which
like
you are recently, in that criteria, in that little.
what the hell?
That's the reality recently.
You know, I was gonna say something actually blasphemous.
No, say something blasphemous.
No.
I am blasphemified.
No. I was gonna, because you know how I'm a virgin.
Yes.
Yeah, you know how like Mother Mary or Jesus
Mother
Christ.
Russia. Oh, Mother Mary,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ's mother got impregnated with Jesus Christ without ever having sex.
Yeah.
And it was like a holy. You saying that I got STDs without ever having sex?
Mother Melvin, man.
Brother Melvin,
motherfucker.
Brother
man.
Melvin, dude, I have
Melvin.
herpes. I got all that shit there. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
But do you can tell your case, and then I have one last one. That way, because I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, but yours is all on the same topic, and mine's a little different. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted you to.
Well, I
say
have another one if that, or do you want to?
No, because yours are. I want you to get through yours because yours are all the same, literally the same topic.
Yeah,
like and mine is like kind of like way different. Way
Oh,
different.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to just do the third one?
Please,
Just
please.
the third one. Okay. So my third one is have you ever heard of the Chicago Tylenol murders?
Talk to me.
Okay. So the Chicago Tylenol murders were an insane thing that happened in 1982 in Chicago, in the metropolitan area, big city. Someone opened up like a bunch of Tylenols and replaced the medication with potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide.
Yeah. And 7 people ended up passing away because of this. And so many more were getting sick left and right, dude. And you know what's so crazy? They never found who did it.
What?
They never found who did it, dude. And like even because at the time Johnson & Johnson was responsible for Tylenol.
Yeah.
You know, the company Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
And even they issued a statement. They were like, "Hey, we have $1 million for anyone that can help us catch this guy."
Just real quick, potassium cyanide is a highly toxic chemical that interferes with the body's ability to use oxygen.
Yeah.
Which is obviously if your body can't use oxygen, you die.
Yeah, and it's literally, you ever heard of like cyanide capsules?
Yes.
Like a bunch of like people who like do bad crimes.
Yeah.
They hide little cyanide capsules in their teeth, so when they get caught, they just like bite it, and then they like within seconds they're like.
I've seen people do that in court when they get sentenced, like to like life sentences. These big people that are involved in these incredible scandals. They do that.
I've seen it in movies.
I've actually tried it myself.
You're like,
it would just taste good. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
But so basically, it was like these Tylenol capsules that just were issued in like this major city in 1982. Like I say, it's like really recent, right? And they could never find who did it. And then this one guy, the only person that ever got convicted in trouble for this was this guy named James William Lewis.
Fire name.
Who they convicted him because he sent a letter to Johnson & Johnson and the cops and the FBI, and they're like, "Hey, it was me. And if you want me to stop, send me millions of dollars." They end up catching him and they find out it's not even him.
So you just wanted the credit for it?
He just wanted the money.
He just wanted the money. I don't care about money.
Yeah. And he got let out and he just lived a normal life and he just passed away in 2023.
So the guy that did it, they never caught him.
No one ever caught him. No one ever caught him.
I mean, it's hard to trace. How do you even?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's such an insane crime.
Wait, so where do they get these tablets from?
So it's. What do you mean?
Like, where do they get the? They said they're thinking it's Tylenol.
Okay, so Tylenol back then was in like these plastic tablets.
Yeah,
and you could, if you take them apart, there's powder in it.
But they bought it like over like a CVS or something like that, or like a regular store.
Yeah, no. So it was a batch. It was the batch that came.
Oh, I see.
And it was just like when people went to go buy it, they were already infected with the potassium
I
cyanide.
feel like they can trace that back though.
That's what they tried to.
Yeah.
They just couldn't find it. They couldn't find
I mean,
it. And it all came from a batch called it was PC17 or something like that. So it was one batch. But
Yeah.
obviously each batch is like 1,000 Tylenols.
Yeah.
Bottles. So I think I like this case because without this case, I don't know, guys, if you guys ever noticed when you buy a soda, like a juice or any medication, over the counter medication, anything that you literally buy in a store, most of it, what's it gonna come with, bro? Plastic wrapping,
Yeah.
the seal. And it says on every bottle of every medication, of everything, if the seal is broken, do not ingest.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because of the 1982 Tylenol murders.
So 7 individuals died, including a 12-year-old Mary Kellerman, 27-year-old postal worker Adam Janus, I don't know how to spell his name, pronounce it Janus, forgive me, and his brother and sister-in-law Stanley and Teresa. The recall, Johnson & Johnson recalled over 31 million bottles of Tylenol, costing the company over $100 million. The case remains unsolved. The crisis led to a widespread adoption of tamper-proof seals and over-the-counter medication, fundamentally changing consumer packaging. Damn, dude. It's so crazy. Things like this you don't even think about.
Exactly. Like people are sick and they're just wanting relief. And it's like it's something the exact opposite. And people say that like in schools and in other businesses, they use Johnson & Johnson as a prime example of what a company should do in the case of an incredibly tragic situation.
Yeah.
They fucking recall, like you said, they recalled 31 million bottles.
Yeah.
Lost $100 million. And then they made it like a new policy, which is like, hey, we have to just wrap this shit in fucking plastic.
Yeah.
And if the plastic is broken, right on the side saying, hey, if the plastic is broken, put it back. Do not ingest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or do not buy. And it's just like, that's literally like, I thought it was an incredible reaction from a large corporation, because large corporations
normally have a negative connotation. Have
usually,
a negative.
Usually have fucking devil-like fucking conduct.
And just the actual law is called Federal Anti-Tampering Act, making it a federal law. In 1993, Congress passed the Federal Anti-Tampering Act, making it a federal crime to tamper with consumer products.
Hey, Joel, what did you say, 1993?
1983.
Oh, 1983. So a year.
Fuck.
So a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So even then, there was a year where just like everyone was and then like this caused like a 30 to 40% decrease in the economy for people buying things at stores.
Fuck yeah.
For an entire year.
Yeah,
dog.
who the fuck would want to fucking risk their lives?
Exactly. And it's like yeah, dude. It kind of reminds me of you ever see those wannabe influencers that want to be viral and like they go to stores and they cough on they open up ice creams and they cough on it and they put it back.
Oh, what the
Or they sneeze on the bananas and shit like that.
What's wrong with people, man?
Yeah, well, that obviously gets like immediately taken down for social media, but it's like they finally started getting in trouble like with the law just recently.
These new influencers, man, these younger crowd, it's like the age of information somehow makes people really dumb, right? Just to add on top of that, the batch, the primary lots for the batch was MC2880, which is the batch of 93,000 bottles distributed throughout the Midwest. And God damn, it's very unfortunate. Like it was like, let's think about fucking history, man, and just history in general. Some things you take for granted. Some things, anything. There's like something that had to suffer.
Since as long as I can remember, every time I got Excedrin, Tylenol, even a chocolate milk or a fucking Snapple, there's always like plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always plastic. Even Snapple, they say click it. If it doesn't click, if the top doesn't click, do not buy it. Do not ingest it. Right? So it's like, to me, I'm just like I said earlier, like this shit is common sense. Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
But 7 people had to fucking suffer for this shit to fucking
bro.
Oh, and then I read somewhere where like there was even more deaths down the line from people who were like initially didn't die because of it, ingesting it, but like their symptoms really ended up taking their life
over time.
Yeah, like the ingestion. So it's like, it's one of those things like these laws and these rules are written in blood. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yeah.
Especially, dude, if the law has a person's name in front of it, like Amber Alerts.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, that just means poor Amber had to suffer for all of us to be better.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like, poor Amber's family had to suffer, you know? And like, it's because she got abducted and then they couldn't find her. They found her remains. And now we have an Amber Alert every time someone gets abducted or kidnapped. You know?
Kidnapped, which is, it was scary when you hear that alarm.
Yeah, the alarm is like they picked a really scary sound. It's a very like, oh shit, what's going on? Because you don't know if someone got abducted or you don't know if like there's a tsunami or some shit. Because it's the same sound.
Yeah, which I feel like they should change the sound. Because sometimes I'm like, who got kidnapped? It's like, hey, there's you might deal with half an inch of rain.
Do you remember last year when LA was on fire?
Yeah.
And then they announced to like millions of people, hey, you need to evacuate immediately.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, like, oh, that was an accident.
Oh yeah, they're like, my bad.
I got that message.
I got that too, and I'm like far away.
Yeah, I was just like, I remember like it freaked out my family, and I'm like, okay, this is it, guys.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, grab water, grab your things. And fucking 5 minutes later, it's just like, I thought
we had the same reaction, even though I was nowhere near like the fucking danger. I was like, it's time.
Your parents were like, what? Get the fuck out of here, dog.
It's time. It's time. Get the car, right?
Yeah.
But they were just like, listen, the mountains are very far away.
Dude, that reminds me of the SNL sketch with Dave Chappelle. They made fun of it. They were like, okay, guys, this is it. And Dave Chappelle starts breaking the walls.
Yeah.
Because he has big stacks of cash in there and drugs.
Really? Yeah.
And he's like, all right. And he calls his mistress, I love you, baby. Like, I don't give a you know what I mean? Because he thinks it's ready. And then he gets a notification. He's like, oh, it was a false alarm. His wife is like, who the fuck are you, dude? And he's like, he has guns. He's like, hey, you take this gun, you take that gun. And she's like, who the fuck are you?
I should have had a gun at that time. I should have.
It's just fucking shit.
I should have done something embarrassing, man. But I didn't because I was afraid.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, great cases that really caused, that really created change in this society. And you know, laws are always changing. Laws are always being created throughout history. I think people think that like there's certain things that laws are set in place and that's the only laws that will ever be created. Mm-hmm. Fucking the Bill of Rights amendments have always been changed, and people think that like, oh, I don't want you to fuck with my amendment, right? This and that. But amendments have changed and they've been created. It's not just you know, they set these laws 200 years ago and these are the only laws. We can keep advancing and evolving, make better laws, better laws that help people, that support people, that protect people.
Yeah.
The reason I want, it's good that you said all these because, like I said, these are all about protecting people. My case is very different.
Okay.
It's very different. It's not about protecting people. It's not about something like that. It's about something that I'm a big fan of. I love Superman. Very drastic, very childlike transition. So your case is very serious. I like Superman.
Yeah, I love Superman.
I love Superman. Right?
Yeah, no, I like Superman too.
Different variations of Superman. I think when people think about Superman now, this generation, they think about Henry Cavill.
I think about him, but I also like the most recent Superman.
They think about the white guy.
I always forget his name.
That kissed the white guy from the. What the fuck is his name?
I forget.
Which is not good. It's not good. It's not good.
It's our responsibility.
It is not good. It's not our responsibility. It's our responsibility. You're fucking stupid. That's our responsibility.
Okay, his name is David Cornsweat.
Hell no.
Yeah, Cornsweat.
No, it is, but I'm like, hell no. My Superman is still Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah. It's Henry Cavill, but low key, our main Superman is.
Okay, you look back before Henry Cavill, you might think Christopher Reeve, right?
Christopher
Reeve was a very popular Superman in the 70s or 80s,
he
right?
Was hot, dude.
Very good looking gentleman. You go back, you look at George Reeves. Yeah. Now, who is George Reeves, right? The reason I bring up George Reeves, not just because he was Superman, the original TV Superman, and one of the early actors that played Superman on the big screen. He was the first person that played him on the TV, right? In Adventures of Superman.
Oh, so it was a show or a movie?
It was a show. It was a movie, but he really came famous because he played Superman on the Adventures of Superman, which was a TV show that had over 100 episodes, right?
Okay.
The reason I bring him up is because he is one of old Hollywood's greatest mysteries.
And by old Hollywood, what year are you referencing?
I'm talking about 1959.
Oh, okay. So the golden, quote unquote, golden age of Hollywood.
The golden age of Hollywood, right? The golden age of Hollywood. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I'm going to kind of work my way back a little bit, right? So, on the evening of June 15th of 1959, Los Angeles police went to the Hollywood Hills home of George Reeves and his lady, her name was Leonore Lennon, right? He was found dead on his bed, naked, with the pool of blood, with blood on the roof, and his logger in the middle of his legs, right?
His logger?
Yeah. I think that's how you say it. It's a German pistol.
Yeah.
A Luger. The logger.
Luger, yeah.
Luger.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, his dick? I was like, since when do you censor yourself like that?
How relatable.
And his tree branch.
And his third leg.
So he had his gun. In the middle of his legs.
He had a gunshot wound to his temple, right? And he was laying down on his bed, and there was a gunshot hole on the roof. Gunshot wound on a gunshot hole on the floor, right?
Oh.
And it was ruled a suicide, right? Ruled a suicide. Now, I'm going to work my way back a little bit. George Reeves, an actor, right? Came to Pasadena when he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
He was this bright man, good-looking dude. He was into music. He was like a boxer. He was really fucking good at boxing, but he became an actor. That's something that he really gravitated towards, right? And in the Pasadena Playhouse, he would do a lot of plays, and he really and he got discovered there by like an agent, and he put him in like one of his first early roles in Gone with the Wind, right?
Okay.
That was in 1943, and after that, he gets drafted to the war. Yada yada yada. He had
World War II.
Yeah, he had some momentum before that, but he got drafted to the war, and he didn't see combat. But when he came back, he was like, "Fuck, I had some momentum in my career, and now that's all gone. I gotta kind of start from
scratch.
Start from scratch a little bit, right?" He started to flatline a little bit, and then he was like, "Okay, I don't have a career in movies right now. Let me go into this new industry, or they call it the television. They call it the TV industry.
Oh yeah, TVs were booming.
What the hell was a TV?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get some work for television, right?" So in 1952, he gets cast as Superman, right? He gets cast as Superman, and he kind of explodes a little bit. And next thing you know, he becomes famous. He becomes everywhere. Everybody recognizes this guy, George Reeves, as Superman.
Yeah.
And you would think, contrary, when you look at it now, someone plays Superman. Someone plays anybody in a Marvel, DC.
Yeah.
They're rich.
It's a ticket to the top.
They got money. They got everything. Or he only really had the fame. And I think being famous is difficult, but being famous and not really having much money is very, very, very rough.
That's why a lot of people get famous off of memes.
Yeah.
They kind of lose their mind.
Exactly. Because there's like everybody is using their picture. Everybody knows you, but you're still working like as a barista, you're an Uber driver, you don't really have much money, you're kind of struggling, right? So he was everywhere. Everybody knew him as the Man of Steel, right? So he was like, okay, I'm doing good as Superman. Let me try to kind of expand my horizons. Let me try to avoid being typecasted, right? And he would get commercials, but then he would get booked, right? And the people were like, yo, I think you would be good for this commercial, but are you down to do this commercial in your Superman suit? And he's like, all right, I'll do it, right? Next commercial gets booked at, okay, dude, you look great in this. You should do this in your Superman costume, right? Next thing you know, every single audition, every single job you booked for television, advertisement, commercial, for anything, bing, bam, boom, everybody's like, yeah, you should dress up as as Superman.
He was getting typecast.
Yeah, exactly. And which is what he was trying to avoid. And it was like kind of consuming him, everything. And it was making him depressed and angry because he just wants to be an established actor. He wants to be this great, respected actor that can have this wide range of roles and TV and film, right? So there's this famous story where he was doing like appearances, right? There's this famous story where it was kind of a myth where he goes to this appearance in this town and he comes out, he's like smoking in the background. He's like smoking backstage with the people. He's like chilling, right? Drinking because he's a big drinker at this time because he's like very depressed. it's time to fucking bring Superman out. He comes out, he breaks through these wooden panels, and these dudes on horses with a gun, fake gun. It's all part of a show. He grabs a gun, bends it in half. All the kids are there. Their parents like, wow. He does this thing. A kid somehow walks in front of him, and he has a loaded gun. And this is kind of being confirmed by multiple people. And at that time, he comes with the loaded gun, and he's like, "Hey, you're Superman, right?" And he's like, "Hey, buddy, yes, I am." And he kind of points his gun at George Reeves, and George Reeves looks at the gun. And he's like, he sees that it's loaded. He's like, "Oh shit!" The kid, he's like, puts his hand on the trigger, and he's like, "I want to see these bullets bounce off of you, right?" And George Reeves is like, "Holy fuck!" You see the audience. Apparently, the audience gets kind of spooked out. Everybody gets kind of nervous. Like, is this part of the show, or this part of like, is this real? But George Reeves sees the bullets. It's like a revolving gun, right? So you see the ammunition in the pistol, and he tells the kid, "Listen, yes, I am Superman, and if you shoot me, the bullets would bounce off. But there's a lot of people here, a lot of like your family's here, a lot of innocent people. You wouldn't want this bullet to hurt anybody else, would you?" And apparently he was like, no, right? And eventually he got the kid to put the fucking gun down. With me, but
stupid ass fucking kid.
It was me. I'll be like, "Man, give me that fucking douche."
It's like, just give me the gun. Thank you.
Big boom for the fucking dumbass motherfucker.
No. You would have been like, "Shoot me right here."
I'm like, "Oh yes, I'm gonna bounce. Shoot me, right?
I'm gonna change both our lives forever."
I would have been like, you know, like the scene in the Joker where fucking Harvey Dent on the in bed, and then Joker gets his pistol and he's like,
"Oh, you're talking about Two-Face.
Two-Face. And what did he say?
Think about chaos.
What does he say? Introduce a little anarchy.
I'm an engine of chaos.
I'm an agent of chaos, right? Yeah, so that fucking happens, right? That fucking happens.
What the fuck? I didn't know that shit.
Right? And by that time, like I said, he'd done hundreds of fucking
That's
episodes.
Like if a kid goes up to fucking Chris Hemsworth that plays Thor, and he's like, "You're the god of thunder, right?" "Yes, I am, child.
Yeah.
Let me electrocute you just so I want to see it."
Yeah, there's a part of me that's about, "Are you fucking dumb?"
That kid should be go see a psychiatrist,
a therapist.
Yeah, get some help,
please, because and also, who gave this child a weapon?
Yeah. Also, talk to the parents. They gotta.
Yeah, where the fuck are the parents are? Because the myth is this fool pulled up by himself. Like, did he drive here? This is apparently like a preteen pulling up to this like a public event where there's Superman, and you're pulling up with a fucking a revolver.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Ammoed up, extended mag with red dot side, fucking
sideways,
bop, right? So that happened. So shit like that keeps happening. He's a miserable fuck. He's drinking all the time. Every he's doing these commercials. He's doing these fucking appearances on other talks, on other shows. Every single show, he's Superman, right? Not just an adventure Superman, right? He begins dating this lady named Leonora Lemon, right? Mm-hmm. Right, and then they have a very beautiful relationship, right? And there is some, toxicity. There's domestic abuse, a little violence between them, but it's mostly good, right? From what they say. Okay. But on June 15th, 1959, they go out for drinks. They come back to their house, right? They go have a good time. It's just her and some other friend, and then they're just chilling, right? At 12 a.m., George Reeves goes upstairs to sleep. He's like, "I'm done drinking. Y'all motherfuckers be wilding out. I'm done," right? So, around this time, the wife, whose name is Leonor Lemon, apparently, something in the 1950s, in that time, if you turn on your porch light, it means, hey, whoever's down, you can come over. That was something that was common at that period of time.
Especially in the Hollywood Hills.
Exactly. Which is weird because me and I think everybody else in this generation, you have a light on means like, hey, if there's motherfuckers in here ready to blast you.
Yeah.
Because every time I leave, I turn this light on, the red light, especially the red light on.
So the 50s, turning on your porch light is the Equivalent to the "Hey, you up?" text.
Slide in my DMs almost like, hey, I'm
Posting
ready.
a story at 2:15 a.m. is the equivalent of having the porch light on.
Hey, fucking posting a story on your Snapchat.
Hey, posting a selfie at 2:15 a.m. is the equivalent of having the porch light on in the 50s.
Yes, like you're down to hang out, you're down to fuck, you're down to do some wild shit, you're down to keep drinking, whatever.
Yeah.
So apparently, some fool, some neighbor sees this light and he's like, oh shit, the Reeves are fucking chilling. I'm gonna pull up. His name is fucking Michael Bliss, or Bill Bliss, right? Pulls up into this house, right? Two neighbors, actually. It's fucking Michael Bliss, who no one really knows in the house, right? George, the Leonore Lennon. There's another guy. His name is like I forgot what his name is, but he's like a writer, and he's writing a book on George Reeves. No one really knows Bill Bliss, but then there's this other guy named Carol Van Rankel, who was it's a woman who was having an affair with the writer that was at the house, right? So they're all chilling, they're having a good time, right? Fucking vibing. George is still upstairs. He comes out at 1 a.m., an hour later, and he comes down angry as fuck. He's like, yo, motherfucker, keep this shit down, right? I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that dude? He's like, I'm Bill. He's like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna kick you the fuck out of my fucking house, right?
Yeah.
And then the wife, Leonore Lennon, is like, oh my God, relax, George. George goes upstairs, and then Leonore, the wife, or the girlfriend at the time, is like, oh look, he's gonna go upstairs and kill himself. He's gonna go kill himself, right? So apparently, this is what they say. They go up the stairs, they're drinking, partying, right? They hear him. They hear him open up, and this is what she legit said, corroborated by everybody there. And she was like, "Oh, he's gonna go kill himself. He's gonna kill himself, right?" He goes up the stairs, and they hear him in the middle of drinking and talking, open up the cupboard, and then they hear him they hear a gunshot, right? They hear a gunshot, they hear a gunshot, and out of all the people, the girlfriend, the homie that's writing a book about him, out of all the people, the only person that goes up to check on him is apparently the dude that George Reeves doesn't know, Michael Bliss, the neighbor that was just like, oh shit, the motherfuckers are partying, let me pull up, right? The most random person in the party is the one that's like, oh shit, that fool shot himself. Let me see what's cracking. The wife was like, hey, go up there and she'll see what happened, right? The homie was like, go up there. The other girl who was having an affair with the guy that was writing a book was like, I don't know what's going on, right? So
What the
right? So they still wait 40 minutes to call the cops.
40 minutes.
40 minutes to call the cops. They take their time to call the cops.
Oh my gosh.
And people think they waited to call the cops because they were drinking, right? But when the cops came, they were still drinking when the cops came, right? They were telling the testimony, they were telling their story. And he was found dead, and like you said, he was found on the bed, bloodied, and with a hole in his temple, with a logger between his legs, and blood splatter everywhere. And that's where we end off, right? But I want to give more details into some other shit that really complicates the story a little bit.
Can I say something?
Of course.
To be fair, me personally, if I'm having a party in my house and I go to sleep and I come back down, I'm like, hey guys, who are you? What's being so loud? And my girlfriend goes, oh, he's gonna go kill himself. I'm gonna fucking kill myself out of spite. Even though I never wanted to, I'm gonna go fucking kill myself just because you said that.
What a crazy bitch. Oh, look at him. He's gonna go kill himself, please.
After I was like, fine, okay, just keep it down. And it's just like, oh, he's gonna go kill himself. I'll be like, you know, I'm going to my room, I'm opening up every cupboard to find any contraption where I could kill myself.
You're so right. If I confide in my woman over the last couple of years, like, hey, my career's falling apart.
And it's your house.
Yeah, I'm tired of being this fucking super gay ass fool on screen every single fucking. I'm tired of this fucking wearing tights. I'm miserable. I'm tired of this career. I want to be a successful actor. I confide in my woman, and now when the motherfuckers around, they want to get cocky. They want to fucking gain some balls and be like, look at this fool. He was going to go kill himself, right? Yeah. I would probably be like, okay. Okay.
For sure. I'd be like, okay.
No, I would be like you. I'll go down and be like, bet.
Bet. Bet.
Yeah. But there are some instances, there's some details that really complicate the story. Right? So, this girl that said that, hey, he's gonna go kill himself. Like I said, her name was Leonore Lennon. Before this girlfriend, George Reeves had been dating a woman by the name of Tori Mannix, right? The girl that she was dating before she became, before she started dating Leonor, right?
Okay.
So Tori Mannix is a VP at MGM, right?
Oh.
MGM, right? Yeah. Who was married to Eddie Mannix, who was a high-up Hollywood executive, right? And the Hollywood executives refer to him as a fixer, as a guy who, like, if you got a problem, this dude will fix it.
Yeah.
And he's been accused of battery, domestic violence, fucking some very terrible, heinous shit, right? Fixer. He's a fixer. If you got a problem, if you're an elite in this and you have a problem with somebody, this guy will fix it, right? So George Reeves was having an affair with his wife. But the thing is, Eddie, the husband of the wife that was having an affair with George, he was kind of cool with it because George and Tori, the wife of the fixer, they would be seen in public like all the time, hanging out. They weren't trying to hide it. And Eddie, who was a fixer, was like, "Hey, as long as you're getting some side piece, I'm gonna get some fucking side piece. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be fucking on the side. So it's like an
open relationship almost.
I'm gonna be fucking sucking. I'm gonna be fucking and sucking on the fucking side, right? Yeah. They had a kind of like an open affair, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when George met Leonor, right? Mm-hmm. She kind of dumped Tori. But Tori was very wealthy because she was a fucking higher up exec. So Tori was kind of the sugar mama because, like I said, George Reeves wasn't really making that much money from the Superman appearances. He was working very hard, but he wasn't making that much money. So the house where he died in was owned and bought by Tori, by this ex-girlfriend. The car that he drove every single day was owned and bought by Tori. So he was a fucking sugar mama, right? He was a sugar mama.
He was a sugar baby.
He was a suger baby.
And so he dumped the sugar mama.
He dumped the sugar mama.
And just so happened that sugar mama's husband
was a fucking fixer. That's what I'm saying, man. He got to fix it up, man. So Eddie... Whoa. So there was an investigative journalist and a writer at the time that would know the ins and outs of the elite and the powerful and the actors. They would say that Eddie was getting annoyed and tired of Tori being like, George Reeves dumped me. I'm so upset. I love them. He hurt me. Right?
I bought him a house. I bought him a car.
Dude, literally, I bought him a motherfucking house. I bought him a car. I bought him food. I bought him everything he wears. I bought him everything. Yeah. And he's still fucking dumping for this woman who he's like, I might marry. I might not. I love her.
And he dumped her for a woman that was like, oh, he's gonna go kill himself.
He's gonna go fucking kill himself. Don't give a fuck, man. You don't give a fucking flying fuck, man. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my gosh. Guys, if you guys have a sugar baby or a sugar mama or sugar daddy out there, treat them right, dude.
Exactly. Treat them fucking right, man. Treat them fucking right. So, okay. There's some other details about the actual scene of the crime scene, which is kind of very strange, right? So, this is one of the weird things. It's a suicide, allegedly. Suicide, right? Gunshot wound to the temple, right? He's standing like this. He's laying down like this. Gunshot wound right here.
Yeah.
Right? Gunshot wound right here. You would think you have the pistol. You shoot like this. It's the most easiest and most likely to happen. Yeah. He shoots himself right here. Boom. The gunshot, the blood splatter would shoot to the side.
Yeah.
For some reason, it was above, right? The splatter was above, and the gunshot hole was above, right? There was also a random gunshot hole, 2 other gunshot holes on the floor. But Leonor, the girlfriend at the time, was like, "Oh, I sometimes I use the gun, and they kind of went off randomly." And the police was like, "Okay, that's interesting, right?" And also, they weren't really looking. They didn't see any residue on his hand and on the gun. Right? It's almost like within that 40 minutes where they waited to call the cops, something was kind of wiped because he was completely wiped of anything. There was nothing. There was no residue. And they weren't really checking for like DNA samples or anything at that time. Not back then. Yeah. But it was it's like his body was clean of anything. It was kind of wiped of everything, right? So it was very, 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 very suspicious. There was no... People think like, oh, maybe somebody broke into his house through the window because it was like a second story. It was a 2-story house, but there was no windows in the house, in that second story. There was no window. So there's like anybody that would break in and actually kill him, if they were to kill him, they'd have to get through like the 4 guests.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't really make sense. And also the bullet casings were found kind of behind him, which you would think you would shoot him, they were going to shoot outwards.
Yeah.
But they were found behind him, and the gun was kind of like right in the middle, and he was naked as well. Which is weird because the people, everybody in the party was like, he went up, he opened, we heard the drawer open as soon as he got into his room, and we heard the gunshot wound right afterwards.
Yeah.
And obviously when he was going up, he was fully clothed.
Yeah.
So they're thinking, how do you go up there and a second later you hear a drawer and a second later you hear a gunshot and then he's naked?
Yeah.
How does that make sense, right?
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of stuff that isn't really adding up. And the police later on were saying that when they interviewed everybody that was involved, everybody that was in the house, there was one specific guy, but there was one specific person that they didn't even really give the name of who it was, but there was a person of the group of people they interviewed that they looked fucking sweaty as fuck. They were kind of like scraping their teeth as they were fucking talking to him and questioning him about what happened that day. So there was someone that looked very, very suspicious, but they never really pursued anything because they were just like, oh, it's just a suicide. It's just a suicide, right? But there's so many weird different angles of like, you know, the ex-girlfriend that was very angry and hurt, that had a fucking husband who was also kind of tied to like a mafia, who was kind of given immunity almost to do all these crazy shit because he was a Hollywood elite. And also fucking his current girlfriend at the time, Leonore, was known to be kind of an abuser, a very hostile and angry lady who would kind of spaz out at any moment's notice and just would completely fucking disregard anybody else. So there's a lot of fucking weird issues with this case, right? And it's one of those cases that you feel like it's never really gonna get solved because it's so long ago. It's so long ago, and it kind of gave birth to the Superman curse, right? Have you heard about the Superman curse?
Yeah.
Superman curse is like anybody that plays Superman has like this tragedy or this negative outcome to playing the Superman. It could be a career or life altering. Like in the case of George Reeves, he lost his life. In the 70s Superman with Christopher Reeve, first of all, the baby that played young Superman, a young Kal-El, he died like a couple of months. He was a baby. Literally a baby, and he died like a couple of months after that, or a couple of years after that. Very young, after some sickness, right?
Oh, wow.
Marlon Brando's fucking career never really went to new heights after that. Maybe he had one legendary role like Apocalypse Now, but after that, not really anything. Christopher Reeve was just known for Superman, and then he got into this tragic accident.
Horseback riding.
With horseback riding, he got paralyzed from that.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh, I feel like after he played, Brandon Routh had a conversation with Bryan Singer, the director, who was also directed, I think, X-Men and X-Men 2. Bryan Singer was like, hey, do you worry about the Superman curse? And Brandon Routh was like, nah, it's okay. But Brandon Routh, after that, never really amounted to anything.
Is he the one that became MAGA?
Brandon Routh?
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't been in much. He hasn't been in anything. Been in much.
There's one Superman that became fucking MAGA. What the fuck is his name?
Let me see. It might have been like the TV ones. Oh, was it like the Smallville one?
No, he's not. No. Dean Cain.
Dean Cain. Who's that?
Do you know who Dean Cain is?
Fucking Dean.
He's this one right here.
Oh, that's like a Lois and Clark one, huh?
Yeah.
The New Adventures Superman. He went MAGA.
Yeah, he's super MAGA. Yeah.
Hey, that might be part of the Superman curse as well.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, because he's like he hates immigrants, but like Superman's a fucking
the whole
alien.
Idea
he's
of
like
Superman,
literally an alien. Dude.
The whole idea of like an immigrant literally coming and fucking finding a home and also saving the whole country and saving the world and saving people.
But yeah, the Christopher Reeves one was crazy because he got paralyzed and then he I think he passed away from a bed sore or something.
Yeah,
like that.
And dude, with Christopher Reeves, it's crazy because he literally plays Superman, and when he goes through this tragedy, it's like you almost portray Superman more than when you were actually playing Superman. Yeah. You display hope, you say bravery, fearlessness, like ability to just tackle life and really fucking. It's almost like this recent actor that passed away with ALS. I don't know if you know the guy from Euphoria.
Oh yeah.
It's like Oh my god! It's like when you face with such tragic obstacles.
He's
like
Dr. McSteamy.
yeah,
From Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, man, it's such a tragic thing. Like, especially that disease is so.
And like Chadwick Boseman with cancer. He's playing Black Panther. It's just like, it's like, bro, these guys were like fucking superheroes and like the toughest of the tough. They look healthy, but it's like, it's wild. Dude.
It's like in real life, they even show more bravery than the superheroes they portray in movies. It's like Christopher Reeve showed more bravery and grace than even Superman himself. You know, he showed more courage, and like Chadwick Boseman just showed more grace and courage as a human, as a person, than the people he played. You know, and that's not to knock on like the characters he played, but I'm just saying like when you're a human, when you're you going through these things like something as scary as cancer. It's like, to show that much grace and bravery and be like, I don't want everybody to know. I just want to work and help people, and I don't want people to fucking see me and see like, oh, this is a cancer.
Bro, they
patient.
say with the Chadwick Boseman, like a bunch of his co-hosts and his directors, like they were kind of like towards the end, they were like, oh, Chadwick, he doesn't want to hang out. Like, what the heck? Like he would be like, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, yeah. And then everyone would be like, okay, and then. There was one actor that acted with him in this I forget, it was a Spike Lee Vietnam War movie, 7 Bloods or something like that. But he came out in an interview and he was like, yeah, when I was acting with him, I thought he was kind of like pretentious. I thought he was like conceited because he never wanted to go get dinner with us. He never wanted to hang out. But when he passed away, I was like, oh my God, I should never judge anyone by anything that they do. Yeah. And I was like, damn, bro, that's wild, bro. Like, he didn't tell anyone. He was just, but he, like, over time, he was like, instead of, you never know, because if someone goes, oh, I'll catch you guys later, yeah? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll see you guys tomorrow, yeah? Some people could be like, what the fuck? You don't want to hang out with us? Other people, but you never know. You never know what fucking.
Imagine that drive back from set, man. Like, you say, hey, I'm good. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But like on the way back, like reality hits. You're off the set. You're not working anymore. It's like, I got to go do treatment, or I just got to go and recover.
Yeah. It's like the comedian Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
He didn't let anyone know.
Yeah.
Obviously just his family.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's wild. I mean, I don't know. Those situations are so crazy.
I know.
But the Superman, is that the end of the quote unquote Superman curse?
Yes.
And Henry Cavill, the curse for him was like they just canned him. Yeah,
he's too
they
hot.
just fired him.
His curse is too fired him. He's too fire. He's too high. He's too good looking. He's too talented.
He's too good. His weed gets you too high. His fucking everything. About him.
Like when he was Superman, he also did other roles, and he'd like Mission Impossible. He had the mustache, and then he tried to do Superman. He had to do reshoots, and they had a fucking that's his curse. They were like, hey, we got.
And then the new guy. I mean, so far, I thought he was a great Superman. The new Superman.
Oh yeah. He was good.
I liked it.
I thought that movie just too much like Guardians, man. And I know it's James Gunn. I know.
I know Shane's gonna be like Guardians.
It's too Guardians of the Galaxy. There was a scene where
this food tastes like steak way too much. You're at a steakhouse.
Does Saving Private Ryan feel like fucking Forrest Gump?
But that's not the director though.
It's the same director.
Or the writer.
The same director.
Saving Private Ryan is
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, Forrest Gump is Steven Spielberg. No, it's not.
Lock in, twin.
Okay.
Okay.
Lock in, baby. Okay, Saving Private Ryan, the same as Schindler's List. It's very similar. Okay, that's not bad.
It's Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, same as Jurassic Park.
That's
Jaws.
That's what I'm saying.
But look, is Jaws the same as fucking Jurassic Park? Yes.
Okay, first of all, Superman. Okay, that movie. There was a scene where I just felt like this is
bald. Get your bald ass in there.
I wasn't gonna say that, but that really hurt me, and I don't wish to bring that up. But there was a scene where they were like on this foreign land, and like they were getting attacked, and there was like a bubble shield or some sort. Like the girl was doing like a bubble shield, and they were doing the camera. It was like a 360 where like everybody was fighting each other. I'm like, this is Guardians of the Galaxy 3.5.
But what if you've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy, dog?
But everybody has.
No.
Everybody has.
That's Marvel.
Everybody has.
That's Marvel.
Everybody has.
No,
Everybody has. Everybody has.
because if they had, they would have seen fucking. If they had Guardians of the Galaxy, would have been the most highest grossing movie of all time.
I just think it's a weird look. The way they shot the movie was weird, I think. But I really enjoyed it. I had a good ass time and I liked it. But I just felt like some of the scenes I'm like,
let me ask you this.
It's cartoony.
Okay, let me ask you this about the whole scene where that reminded you of Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that your problem? If someone didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy, they'd be like, wow, this is really fucking good. But you watched it.
Yeah.
So is that James Gunn's fault or your fault?
Both.
You're pissed off at me.
No, but both because okay.
Actually, I do agree. Both. I think it is both.
With both. Yeah. Also, with that movie, we're gonna compare it. Superman is one of those things where it's like everybody struggles with Superman. It's like it's a very difficult concept. It's a very difficult movie to make. It's a very difficult concept. A guy who's like basically unbeatable and kind of like a god. How do you make this challenging? How do you make this difficult?
That's what I thought too. When I first heard that James Gunn was going to do it, and he was going to be like, "Oh yeah, she's going to be Superman in his 20s." I remember being like, "Oh, do I want to see that?"
Yeah.
I like Henry Cavill. He's like legit Superman. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. But when I watched the recent Superman, I was like, oh, I get it. Like it's him just being like a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, like where it's just like, no, this is how I feel, and I don't really know how to fight. I'm gonna get my ass fucking beat, but I'm gonna fucking get out there and fucking just do the right thing, and that's what Superman is.
Can I say something that's gonna piss you off?
Go ahead, man.
So I saw a really good tweet recently talking about.
Oh, you're still on Twitter?
No, I'm on X, okay. And I pay for X Plus, so I'm a member. Elon Musk.
Oh, you have the check mark?
Elon Musk DMs me. He's like, "Good shit." I'm like, "Oh, whatever, subscribe, whatever." Yeah. But they were having a discussion about like superhero movies nowadays and comparing it to like 2000s and 2010s and the fatigue that is going on with superhero movies in the Marvel universe. And then someone brought up a good point. They were like, "Dude, I'm so tired of this crazy scale that every superhero movie has to have. I'm so tired of like the galaxy having to fucking be in the palm of somebody's hand, that like they fight for this, and if they don't win, the galaxy dies, and this other person from another galaxy goes into this world."
Yeah.
The thing about these 2000 superhero movies, they were so grounded and so relatable and felt so real that you can really relate to them. You can really apply them to everyday life. Where these more
like
modern,
Spider-Man just helps New York.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Fantastic Four too. You know?
And also the original Spider-Man villains, they're all people that Tobey Maguire and Peter Parker looked up to. So it's very painful for him to have to go against people he idolized and respected, and they're almost like father figures.
Yeah.
Where the other movies are just like, oh, this guy came out of nowhere. You have to fucking this guy came out of nowhere and he's attacking your city, and he's like, all right, and fucking boom, 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 boom. Where it's like Peter Parker respects Norman Osborn. He really idolizes him. Like, wow, this is like a very intelligent man who's also the father of my friend. Like, I want to get and I don't have a father. I have fucking a guy that maybe I don't appreciate as my father. I have a fucking uncle.
Can I have a rebuttal?
Oh yes.
If you want to watch exactly what you just said, just go to 2001's or 2002's critically acclaimed motion picture Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire.
So you're saying you can make lesser movies?
No, I'm saying that was already made. I know that the executives and everyone was just like, yeah, we already did that story. Let's do the story where Spider-Man goes interdimensional, which is from the comics.
Very great. Great point. Yeah, we made three.
I humbled you.
No, we made 3 of these movies. Great. Watch the 3 movies. Now we're going to make 54 movies now of the same repetitive, like, unrealistic, just so ridiculous.
Are we sticking to Spider-Man?
Just in general.
Well, because those characters.
Batman's the only one that kind of hasn't gone really too crazy, which is why I fuck with it.
It's only gonna get crazier because in Batman in the comics, he fucking does crazy shit. He like fights against Darkseid and these fucking demons and stuff like that. But that's the trajectory that we're going. If you saw Zack Snyder's Batman, where he's like fighting these demons and fucking, you know what I mean, like,
yeah. But they ruined it because there's such an oversaturation of everything, which is a different topic. But I think that's what's kind of like killing all these superhero movies.
I think it's a cycle, right? So I don't know if you saw Spider-Man, where like Tobey Maguire came back, and
well, that one was a classic.
Yeah. So at the end, what? Doctor Strange makes it so no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
So now he could just go back to his roots and just help people in New York. So that's why I think the next one is just going to be him in his roots.
Yeah, which I wouldn't mind, which I would prefer actually. And I love the superhero movies, man.
Me too, yeah.
Listen, did I walk out of Avengers? Yes.
Hey, watch the BOP episode.
Then I watched out Avengers Endgame, and I was like, okay, this way
Yeah, but you
too
were
long.
tired. You were tired. It was already 1 a.m. You were tired. That's why you left.
I was tired. Listen, superhero movies don't hit the same, and that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, there's an oversaturation of these superhero movies, and that's okay. We don't have to have.
I don't think there is an oversaturation of superhero movies. When was the first, like, legit modern day superhero movie?
Modern day?
Blade.
Spider-Man.
No, Blade, 1999.
Okay, around the same time.
What is that?
But Blade is
27
Blade
years
was
ago.
cool. Blade was cool. It was. Damn. Fuck.
That's a little bit of time, bro. So it's like, if you really think about it, it's like, it's not an oversaturation. People just think it's oversaturation because they can't see further, nor they can't see further back.
No, it wasn't. It is an oversaturation, man. The amount of
I disagree.
The amount of superhero movies that have been going on in the last couple of years, and they're just getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous and more
Name
ridiculous.
shitty superhero movies.
I
I know it started as true crime, but hey, you talking shit about superhero movies? That's the true crime.
Thor Ragnarok was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Fuck you, dog. What are you
One of the
talking
worst movies
about?
I've ever fucking seen.
That was such a great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie if you ignore most of it, man.
Like what? What did you dislike? You have to give reasons for something that you don't like,
Okay,
or else you're just a hater.
Fuck, am I just a hater?
Yeah, that's that's what I fear the most.
No, okay. Also,
That's what I fear.
listen. Okay, did you watch the trailer for the new Spider-Man movie with Nicolas Cage?
Oh yeah, the noir. Yes.
I feel they should go that route. I feel they should go the route of like, okay, all these Marvel movies look exactly the same. They don't try anything new. The stories are pretty decent, and they go overboard. They go crazy with the whole galaxy, intergalaxy, different dimensions, and it's just kind of like at a certain point, it just gets boring. It gets boring because like someone dies, then they don't die because they come back, and they don't live because they died already. And listen, they come back together, so it's like nothing has a meaning.
Let me ask you this.
No storyline has a meaning because it will completely override to make more money. Why didn't you give me another shot?
Let me ask you this, because I'm afraid. Let me ask you this.
I'm afraid. What is it? Oh yeah.
You love Halo so much.
Stop.
I'm being real with you.
You're going too far.
And no, I think this is an intervention for your hatred for Marvel cinema. I think this might be. And I get it. There's some Marvel movies.
I love Marvel cinema.
There's some movies that fucking suck. And
Okay.
that I watch, and I remember being like,
Okay,
"Ooh,
before
this is
you give a critique of Marvel cinema, you have to be honest and give me 5 movies that suck. Because you're always about like, hey, this is the greatest movies of all time. There's no, they can do no wrong. They can do no wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm just fair.
Okay, just give me 3 movies that suck.
You know how the Joker's like, I'm an agent of chaos. I'm an agent of fair.
Joker's also an avoidant person, so you're avoiding my question right now.
I think, well, that's DC Comics, that's not Marvel. But the shit you saying 5 shitty ones?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think Captain Marvel was not that good. I think it was pretty mid.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, yes, of course.
And the second, that's DC Comics, Joel. Okay, if we're gonna talk about this, you have to lock in, man.
Okay, let me
And
look
you
up.
have to know. You have to know what we're talking about.
Because they're all the same. They all blur into the same.
That's like saying, yeah, Captain Marvel, and you're like, and also what? Crime 101.
They all blur into the same bullshit, okay? Like, okay, first of all, okay, I'll be honest. One of the best movies in 2024, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Incredible movie.
We finally got to see Wolverine with his fucking mask.
Yeah, and everybody went crazy in the theater, and I went crazy even though I wasn't a big fan of like the comic books.
And then it's like, and you call me there. And it's the Madonna song with the choir.
And who did that? That
like
was
a prayer.
That's a very James Gunn thing, which I think James Gunn really and
I don't think James Gunn worked on that.
No, I'm saying that style is very.
Oh yes.
But then also that style is also a very Scorsese thing, almost.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like using a very like.
Well, that's how it is. we need to just start podcasting.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
We get influenced by those before us.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like it's very tasteful.
Yes,
it's very tasteful.
yes. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because when someone like, that's why, listen, I don't want to bring it up. I always bring it up. Guardians of the Galaxy, they obviously had an original score. But when the director has his own taste, like these are the songs that really meant a lot to me.
And what is that? That's Quentin Tarantino-esque. Where he gets music that exists already that he thinks would be good with his characters. And that's what James Gunn's good at.
Which is also very Scorsese. So is Scorsese the god of all this shit?
Have you ever seen the show Peacemaker on HBO?
Oh yes, I've only seen one episode.
Dude,
that's with John
Cena.
I don't want to say his name.
Dude, it's James Gunn's, but it's really good and it's funny. I like it a lot. It's a TV show. Like every episode's like a movie. It's good.
It's just like my life, right? Whatever. But I will say this. I will say
that makes no sense.
You said every episode like a movie, like in my life. I will say this. Suicide Squad 1 original.
Yeah, it was mid. The second one, though.
James Gunn comes into the equation, and he's like, "Let me help y'all motherfuckers out.
Let me make you emotional using rats.
Yeah.
There's gonna be millions of rats in this scene, and you're gonna fucking get emotional. Is that okay for me to do?" And the world was like, "Yes, James, thank you."
You know, Salt Bay. You just putting on some steak. Let me put. James Gunn goes into this fucking industry. Douche.
I'm gonna get Idris Elba. And I'm gonna make him fight to the death with John Cena. Is that okay for me to do?
I want to get that scary, creepy ass looking fucking PDF file looking motherfucker.
to be the nerdiest superhero, but also kind of powerful, but also be afraid of his mom. I'm gonna get that. Is that okay for me to do?
And with all due respect, what the fuck is his name? Because he's creepy looking.
Oh, but I like, dude, when he was in
Prisoners. Okay, this fool's name is not Will Smith.
Or Late Night with the Devil is good too.
Oh yes, that is a good fucking movie. That's a good fucking movie. Okay, this is the wrong Suicide Squad with James Gunn.
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, the second one. You know what I mean? Like, can I just do that real quick? Can I have a shark villain that is cute as fuck, but he rips people's faces apart?
Nathan Fillion. Very, very classic actor. So you don't know about Uncharted, right? Oh, first of all, this creepy motherfucker, scary ass motherfucking bitch ass motherfucker, name is David Dastmalchian? It's crazy last name. David
Uncharted?
Dastmalchian.
And then they made it into a movie with
No, I'm talking about the creepy ass motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
That's his name. Yeah. But Nathan Fillion, yes. So wait, why did you think about Uncharted? Why'd you say Uncharted?
You brought it up.
Okay, so Uncharted is a movie.
The movie sucked.
Is a game.
The movie sucked ass.
Is a game, right?
The movie sucked so much dick. It was Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland. I hated it. Go ahead.
So it was a game, right? It was a game first. And the most obvious decision for that fucking movie was Nathan Fillion, right? For some fucking reason, they did. Who played, first of all, the main character?
Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
No, okay, that's two people.
I've never played the game.
No, this is did you watch the movie? Okay, so Nathan Drake was played by Tom Holland. The perfect person for that was fucking Nathan Fillion.
Oh, that's the guy that played the Marine.
Yeah, bro. The guy in the game looks just like fucking Nathan Fillion.
Have you ever seen, dude, watch Fallout on Amazon Prime. I feel like this is just commercial.
Watch Firefly. If fucking Nathan Fillion thrives in that show.
Oh, you're talking about him. Yeah. And he was like he played a Green Lantern in the Superman movie.
Yes, motherfucker.
And he was, bro.
With the Boca.
Yeah, he was funny, dude.
He's an incredible actor.
Bro, he was funny in the Superman movie.
He's also
just like, and when like his partner was like, "You should join our team," like the guy that's like all like different colors. And he's like, "Ew, fuck no."
Fuck no, yeah.
And then he's just like, "The Justice Team" or something like that. I think that's a cool name.
And he's like, "You're hard."
Okay, you could be on our team. I'm just like, it's just the subtlety. He's good in everything.
Listen,
bro.
I don't want to say this, but he
has the meme where he's like,
okay. He was an extraordinary actor in the Halo series. He was in Halo 3 and also in Halo Reach.
In the game?
Yeah, in the game. Yeah.
I've always heard Firefly was so good, but it only lasted one season, huh?
It was very good. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
It was very good. My brother used to watch it. It was very good. But Nathan Fillion is such a lovable and cool guy. He's like it's almost like he keeps me Han Solo vibes.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can be a
Harrison
dick.
Ford vibes.
Harrison Ford. You can be a dick, but you also got some charm to you.
And you just good looking guy. Yeah. And then you can be snarky and a dick, but then a heart of gold.
Exactly.
Some might say that's kind of like us.
Honestly, because so many people be like, "You're a fucking asshole," and I'm like, "But."
Someone literally last week was just like, "Don't be an asshole." I was like, I'm not. How dare you? I'm not an asshole.
Yeah. I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? That was you last week.
Go back to robbing mob dealers? No. You complete
me.
Anyways, it's a monologue from The Dark Knight, Joker.
Yes,
Heath Ledger.
of
But
course.
the reason why I bring up Halo is because you love Halo so much. You love the story, the characters, the world, the world building.
World building, yes, of course.
How many other Alien games came out during that shit?
Oh, Alien Isolation was one of those games.
Exactly, that was really good.
Destiny was one of those games.
Oh, that was really good
Doom
too.
was one of those games.
That was really good too.
But Doom was like, oh,
but how many other ones, dog? You know why you don't know? Is because you did not fuck with those. And you left them in the past. You focus on the good ones. That's what you're supposed to do with these superhero movies, dog. You're not gonna say all Alien games suck ass. No, you go, you know what? There's so many Alien games, but I'll tell you what the good one is. Halo. Halo Reach. Halo. You get what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. Don't succumb to nostalgia. Don't succumb to becoming an older, bitter generation. That's my point, Joel.
No, you know what?
Am I spitting? Yes or no?
Partly.
Okay.
Because this is how I know you weren't a real gamer.
Okay.
You're saying like, oh, which games did you fuck with? These popular ones. I played everything. I played all these shitty games.
So why don't you mention the shitty ones?
I played demos of shitty games. I played obscure games.
Why didn't you mention them when I brought up what Alien games do you know? You just mentioned your favorite ones, right?
No, I played Destiny.
What, did you
Horizon.
like it?
Yeah, I loved all those games.
Exactly. But the shitty ones
Lost
that you
Planet.
played, because you were a true gamer.
What?
You know what I mean? Like gamer, because you were a true gamer. You didn't mention the shitty ones. You mentioned your favorite ones and the ones that you thought were the best.
I mentioned
That's
the one,
my point.
I mentioned the one that was closest to my heart.
Halo, obviously.
Not necessarily the best one. Even though it would...
That's literally Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is not the best, but it's the closest to your heart.
Even though in this situation, Halo is the best one. Without a doubt. But it was the one closest to my heart. There was a lot of video games that were very close to my heart, but that I didn't mention it because it's like someone says like, hey, what's your favorite band? You name this iconic, beautiful band like Radiohead that has so many accolades and very technical proficiency. And
It's like your favorite band.
You're just like, okay, yeah, they're good, but like, but they're also technically very amazing. But like, what's one that speaks to your soul? And you might be like, oh, fucking Simple Plan, right?
It's like Beatles.
And Simple Plan is okay. And Simple Plan is like, Simple Plan is gay. Is like very emotional, very emo, gothic, very 2002, very outdated. But for you, it means everything. Yeah. To you, it means like these people spoke to my soul. These 40-year-old motherfucking emo fuckers. Where now, if I met a 40-year-old emo guy, I'd be like, yo, get away from my family, right?
Yeah,
don't be around me.
Yeah.
I would be like step off, step away.
Yeah.
For you, it meant everything. Which is just like the beauty of art.
I've never heard a Simple Plan song. Never mind.
Oh yes, you
Go
have.
ahead.
Yes,
I probably have.
Yes, you have. Don't lie.
I just don't know. I just don't know that my Simple Plan. But my point is, dude.
Yes, of course, please.
There were like 100 other Alien games when Halo came out, and you don't remember them. You don't reminisce. You don't when someone brings up like I just brought up. Hey, what are the best Alien games from back then? You're not going to mention those names, right? That's my point.
I disagree.
You did it, but you didn't mention the names. You just mentioned the best ones.
Those games that I mentioned weren't very, very popular ones.
But they were the best ones because I know them, and I'm a casual gamer.
Okay,
I know those names.
That's okay. Very no.
Breathe.
I'm trying to think about like other Alien games that weren't well known.
You can't, dude. That's my point. You just keep proving my point.
Morphix was the one that wasn't really popular.
You just made that up.
It's a real game. Alien Hominid.
Morphix? We need more fixing.
Borderlands was a...
That's not Alien. That's just a different planet.
You hit Borderlands before? You never played Borderlands.
Yeah.
You never played Borderlands.
Yeah, then that movie bombed.
The movie sucked. Kevin Hart was in it. If Kevin Hart's in the movie, you know it's gonna be
And
trash.
Jack Black, he just voiced something.
Yeah, but Jack Black, he's lovable. If Kevin Hart's gonna be in the
Kate
movie,
Blanchett, I have a huge crush on Kate Blanchett. I'm sorry. There, I said it.
It's
I'm
for real.
sorry.
Okay, now-
Sue me. I'm sorry. I like a white woman. What the fuck?
okay, can I be honest? Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's
This is like we're like about to end the episode. So
okay. What's a woman actress you have a huge crush on? And this is my girlfriend doesn't watch this.
yeah,
show.
my girl's clogged out by now.
Yeah. Yeah, and the first 5 minutes we were like, people are gonna die in this episode. My girlfriend was like, I'm out.
So the power of the family is really truly breathtaking. 50, and if you just fucking fast forward 50 minutes, oh dude, I love Kate Blanchett.
Okay, what's one of your favorite female actresses that you think is very beautiful? Because I don't want to say mine recently.
Crush.
Like
a
about
cru-
Crash.
so like
Crash the movie.
no. So there's a difference between you thinking someone's really attractive, and then there's a difference between you thinking you have a crush on someone.
Okay, who do you have a crush on?
Not anyone now, but before, dude, a young Sandra Bullock. I think for me, Miss Congeniality, Sandra Bullock, when I was growing up watching these movies. And then, I thought she was hot in The Blind Side.
Yeah.
But I think, but what about you?
Listen.
And also Gabrielle Union.
She's
Yeah,
good. I would say, okay, recently.
Okay, give me a recent. You talking about like last week?
I want to talk about like OGs that deserve respect. So recently I saw a movie that was called Send Help. And one of the stars of this movie was a Canadian actress you might remember. Her name is Rachel McAdams.
Oh, She's in Mean Girls. She's the main girl in Mean Girls. Her and Lindsay Lohan.
You know what's so interesting? I was talking to my girl last night after we watched it. And she was like, I think Rachel McAdams is a woman that woman finds so gorgeous, but men can be like,
Yeah. I don't even in a Mean. You ever seen Mean Girls?
Yeah.
When I watched it as a kid, I was like, Lindsay Lohan's way hotter than her, and then her two like side friends, they're way hotter than her.
Britney Spears in her prime.
Britney, bro, being a fucking 7-year-old seeing Britney Spears going, hit me, baby. Wait, what are we doing? Decades episodes again? They flopped!
This isn't gonna work, man. This isn't gonna work, man.
Okay, guys, look, listen.
Yes, because she was fired, yes.
Dude, she still is, man. She still is.
Listen, just ignore her Instagram. Don't watch Britney Spears' Instagram because she's gonna be dancing, doing backflips for nobody, and disabling the comments as well.
Ignore the videos. Maybe the pictures are great, but the videos are kind of like, oh, should we perhaps one of her family members perhaps be with her, hang out with her?
I feel like her videos are more like just like evidence, almost like.
You know what? I was doing I did a show like the second to last comedy show I ever did, or I did this year or last year. There was a comedian who was like 54. She was 54 as a lady. She was very beautiful. And on stage, she talked about it. She was like, I think the reason why most of these like famous, super, super hot women celebrities go crazy when they're 40 and 50 is because they're no longer getting the attention that they once did when they were fucking 20, 30. You know what I mean? And that's why Britney Spears does that crazy shit. And obviously she said it way funnier, but I was like, damn, that makes sense. It's kind of like your case. That guy, the first guy that played Superman, he lost his aura, he lost his fucking pull, and he was just like, he was, he's like, hey guys, do you guys like me? Like, do you guys have any parts for me? And it just introduces like this weird psychosis where it's just like, fuck, like people used to fucking love me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like people used to be so nice to me, and now like they lost that. Especially, bro, imagine being Britney Spears, dog. All the attention, dude. You know what I mean? Like, or someone equally as beautiful and famous and talented.
Yeah.
Bro, everyone in the world would love to like just be with you. You know what I mean? And like, what happens when everyone the world just stops? Like, that's so crazy, dude.
I know, dude.
Like, it's one thing to be famous and then you're not famous. it seems like the world doesn't fuck with you. That's just in your head. But Britney Spears, everyone in the world wanted her. And then now it's like, I mean, I think I still think she's great. And I know a lot of men that still think she's straight.
Yeah.
But like, it's no longer in the billions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's no longer in the billions. And like, what does that do to your mental health?
Fuck,
And she was already kind of like, you know.
Well, Pamela Anderson's kind of like.
I saw her in the movie with the Seth MacFarlane movie with the guy's like, I will find you.
Oh, the Naked Gun?
Naked Gun, I saw it. Yeah. I saw it and she was great.
She was amazing.
She was funny and she's still like an attractive person. It's just people are saying online like she's not what she was.
She's like 50
and I'm
or
like,
60.
And exactly. My point is like, no fucking shit, fool.
Yeah.
Like, you probably criticize me for this, but I love Friends. And I was just binge watching Friends this past 2 weeks.
I'd love to have one. Continue, man.
Can I finish?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. But I've been like binge watching Friends, and I'm like, man, they were all like, dude, these like, they're all good looking, the guys, the women. And then I saw an interview. YouTube recommended me like, oh, interview of Friends. You know, like right before Matthew Perry died, Chandler died, and I'm just like, whoa, they look so different. Whoa, they look more bloated, gray hair, saggy. And I'm like, no fucking shit, they look like that. It's been 23 years.
Yeah.
And when they got famous, they were 32. You know what I mean? Like, so now they're almost 60. No. And I caught myself, I'm like, yeah, no shit, they fucking look like that. But if I didn't know, I'd never watched Friends, and I watched that interview, I'd be like, wow, these are all really good-looking 60-year-olds.
Yeah.
Or these are all really good-looking 55-year-olds. Like, that's something that I want to aspire to.
Yeah.
But just because I saw them and
you compare them to the fucking themselves 30 years ago. Yeah, and it's like, who's gonna really look anywhere near close?
Nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody on planet Earth.
No one human.
Nobody human.
And we're all human.
And
which is about. We're talking about empathy, bro. We're all human, brother.
There it is. We're all human. That's the point of the episode today. We're all human, dude.
Listen, the thing about true crime is like, listen, you might tell me like, hey, you just committed a crime. And I'm like, true, but we're all fucking human.
And the thing about true crime, dude, is that we're all true to being human, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta empathize with each other. We gotta try to understand each other. We gotta just, like I said, the world is very crazy right now. World is very complex, and there's a lot of people spilling hate online, and all we can do.
If you could spit love, I think you're doing an incredible service to humanity in the world. I think that's what it is. I think
you're doing a lot more. You might think like, if I'm not, you might be splitting love to like your neighbor, to your homie, to like a friend's friend. Maybe you just meet somebody new and like you're super kind to them. Nowadays, that all goes a long way, man. That all goes a long way. Like, I feel like now, like sometimes, like just when you meet someone, like ask about them. Like sometimes, like I'll be at the gym and I'd be like, "Hey, bro, what's your background?" Like, "Oh, I'm Filipino. I'm this," and I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, what part of the where's your family from?" Like little stuff like that makes people feel like important.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Of course, please.
Just before we end the episode, I think when we say be the change that you want to see in the world,
yeah.
Put out the love that you want to see. It might seem a little daunting. It might seem like you might ask yourself, like, well, what am I going to change? I'm not going to do shit. Let me use this as an example. The world's strongest man, Brian Shaw, he's 6'9", just 450 pounds. He won the world's strongest man championship like 6 years in a row. Like, this fool is like just unbelievable.
Yeah.
He did a tug of war with children, like 7, 8-year-olds. Obviously, he beat one kid. He beat 5 kids. But when he got to 10 kids, he was like, oh, that was a little tough. When he got to 15 kids, barely beat him. But when he got to 20 kids, he couldn't win. He could not win. So I say this to say, and then obviously he tried 50 kids, 100 kids, lost immediately. So I say this to say this, that you might not seem like you're making a difference, but if you put out the difference that you want to make, and enough people do the same thing, change will happen.
Yeah.
Change will happen. You get what I'm saying? And I hope you guys got that metaphor. But
And honestly, look, listen, I'll add on to that. Even if you just make somebody's days better, isn't that good enough? Isn't that good enough?
that's when we do podcasts, I know Joel and my priority is like, even if we can make one person's day better, that's enough for us.
Isn't that good
Even
enough?
if when we're telling our stories or when we fuck up and we do embarrassing shit, our mindset is like, even if we help one person not feel so alone, that makes the world to us.
Yeah.
It means the world to us. When we start spitting and we start being like, I know I like to give advice and shit like that. If I could just help one person, we could just help one person, bro. That's enough for us. Dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just go out there and just be yourself and put out the love that you want to receive, and the universe will reciprocate it. And that's all we can say. Please be safe out there. I know these stories that we said today were scary. And
Crazy times out there as well.
Yeah.
Please be safe.
And just be safe out there. Look out for each other and love one another. And if no one loves you, just know your soul primos love you.
And I love me. I love you, man.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, here we go. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Okay, bye.
Bye.